me is Malin, Jalen, Tobias, and Tyreek will be here in a minute.
So I can't do my little dance, but he can scream like the hooligan.
Stay in the count. Sorry, that's not how you say it. Start over. Go ahead.
Oh my God. What
I had to make sure y'all was
you
gonna
don't
start
even
over.
trying.
I had to make sure y'all was gonna start over.
Welcome to an all-new episode of What Now, where we take the hottest sports topics, dissect them, correct them, and bring them to you from our perspective. I'm Jamie, and along with me is Malin, Jalen, Tobias, and Reek will be here in a minute. How's it going?
Hi.
You didn't have to throw him on blast that he'll be here in a second. You could have been just like,
exactly.
yo.
Yeah, you have
He's
to follow
late.
the ball
I
like
didn't know that
that.
they
Jamie.
He's late. He's not on time.
Jeez.
August
Just say you hate us, Jamie. Just say you hate us.
How's y'all Tuesday going?
Never mind.
Hey.
How's y'all's Tuesday going? I said.
Might as well start over again.
It's a Tuesday. Yeah, should we just start over again? Honestly,
Start it over. Run it back.
Right now.
From the top.
If
From
this
the
makes
top,
a
from the
cut,
top.
what now? We didn't have like 4 or 5 takes of this.
From the
thing
top,
already.
from the
It's all
10
Jamie's fault.
From the top, make it drop. Okay. Welcome to an all-new episode of What Now, where it takes us 3 takes to get it right. Where we take the hottest sports topics, dissect them, correct them, and bring them to you from our perspective. I'm Jamie, and along with me is Malin, Jalen, Tobias, and Reese.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Well,
Fantastic.
I asked how
Fantastic.
everybody's Tuesday was going, but I guess it's been that
It's
type of day.
going
Nobody
really
really
great.
care.
I said
Look.
okay, but you ignored me like always.
I got to my bag today.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get to my bag.
I'm pushing real P. I'm talking about for
Ellie.
real.
Push some P.
Y'all are funny.
All right. Let's
Never a dull moment.
Really? Get into it.
Tyreek, take it.
What kind of intro was that?
Dylan, you paying us for that?
And you talking about some they
Turn
won't
your
see.
video on.
Yeah, come on. You got to do better than that, bro. Come
Yo,
on.
that's funny.
Right. Before we get into it, y'all rate, like, subscribe on every social media platform you can think of, except for some.
What are you asking?
Hey,
me,
and
bro?
if you want to sponsor, hey, we're now from this week moving forward, we're accepting sponsorships, so contact us and hit us in the DMs, or if you know one of the owners of this podcast, how about you just send us a little message, know if you will do our bronze, silver,
We'll put you
or
right here.
gold sponsorship. Let's go.
I forgot we're not on the screen at the same time.
Let's get into it. So, count them, 3 topics today. That's an interesting hat, Tyreek. I like it. Okay.
I hate it.
Let's hear y'all's Mount Rushmore of NFL wide receivers all time, I'm assuming is what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Not in order. Who want to go first? Don't ask me.
Okay.
I'm putting Randy Moss on mine.
Okay, me too. So,
Moss.
I'm putting
I like
Randy Moss on mine.
I agree.
I'm
Same.
putting Jerry Rice on there, of course.
Yes. Juju.
Jesus, Juju is insane.
go.
I don't know. That 3 through 5 is gonna be hard.
3 through 5, that is tough. I'll put to you.
And they're only 4?
I'll put to you. I'll put to you.
It's only 4, but it's like they're all, my 3 through 5 is or my.
Oh, you can't just eliminate.
Kind of like interchangeable.
I'll put Terrell Owens up there.
He's on mine as well.
Yeah.
What's the question?
I slid him in at the
Mount
end.
Rushmore of receivers.
You said what?
Mount Rushmore of receivers.
Oh,
And that's what? 4, 5?
Yes.
4.
4. Okay. So we
4,
named,
but you know that.
named 3 so far, or what? Enough. Hold
what
on.
is this? This a combined Mount Rushmore?
Megatron?
Gets 4. It's 4. So we said Moss.
You know it's 4.
Yo.
What do you-
Guys, who's on the real Mount Rushmore?
I don't know. It's a wrong podcast to ask that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Is this a combined? Like all of us are making up one Mount Rushmore?
No, this is yours.
I don't care what they doing. I'm naming mine. I'm naming mine. I don't know, gang.
Jerry Rice, Antonio Brown,
Oh.
Randy Moss, and
Whoa.
Hey, I told June that he was
Whoa.
gonna have Antonio Brown on his. I
T.O.
told June this. I swear I did.
Whoa.
Probably
You
I
know,
T.O.
swear
bro?
I did.
Wait, why Antonio Brown? I just want to hear the reason why.
I mean, I already
Before
said
you
before.
answer that, who was your 4 again?
Probably. Well, I don't know. T.O. is up for grabs. I said Jerry Rice, T.O., AB, and Randy Moss.
Only reason AB does not make mine, and I put T.O. over him, is because he didn't finish. His career didn't go as long as it should have went. If he'd have finished out his career, he'd 100% been on Mount Rushmore.
I want to put
100%.
Larry in there so bad.
Thought of that, but it's just he's just
It's
that's
hard.
just
It's
more
hard.
of a that's just a longevity thing.
All right, I love this question right here. So, what is y'all's criteria for Mount Rushmore for wide receiver? What's y'all criteria? I love that question.
Obviously, like how good you were, but like
I think
how
Randy
dumb
Moss
you
and Jerry
were.
Rice are like they have to be.
That's the top 2.
Yeah,
Like you
have
ain't
to,
getting
have
any
to.
better than
Moss and
these 2.
Rice have to.
I think my criteria for 3 and 4. I think mine would probably be. I didn't even name my. I would probably say like dominance. I don't really want to put stats in there since it's such a dependable position. I'll probably say dominance, skill set, and probably
uniqueness. I guess. Like, was there another receiver like?
I guess I would kind of put that under dominance. Like for instance, I'm on the fence about putting Calvin in there just because like Calvin was like one of my favorites. Like Calvin was one of my favorites, and like he was like a 1-of-1 type receiver.
Ooh, Calvin. Ooh.
When you stack him up against like
the Calvin in there over AB.
Me too. I was about to say I think I'll put Calvin in over AB.
I'm sorry.
I'll put Calvin in over AB. But hey, I think I think actually I'm gonna take that. I'm still that. I think Calvin is a 3. I do. I think he's on.
He was on mine.
If he'd just like AB, if he'd finished out his career, 100% would have been solid 3 2. I think he could have been 2 up there if he had finished out his career.
Double teamed, and he was still going to get the ball.
They're on the goal line. They put a double team, and then they had a safety moved over towards the. He was getting triple teamed in the goal.
Like,
on the goal
throw
line.
it up, and he's going to go get it.
Yeah. So I put Calvin.
So still on the fence with AB because, like I said, he was getting argued with as a top receiver with Julio. So I mean,
that's just y'all.
Take that how you will.
That's just y'all delusional Falcon fans, right?
That's not delusional. Yes, it is. It's the truth.
No,
Julio was right there with him the whole time. The whole time. No, we're not doing that.
I remember this being a Mount Rushmore conversation, not a debate.
All right, my Mount Rushmore is Calvin Johnson, T.O., Randy Moss, and Jerry Rice. That's my concrete Mount Rushmore.
So I guess the conversation we all can agree with Randy Moss and Jerry Rice. So 3, 4. Everybody give out your 3, 4. Just say 3, 4. So he said Calvin Johnson and
I said Calvin. My 4th spot is still. I ain't gonna lie. It's just hard to. There's so many of them, you know.
I'm gonna say Calvin and AB.
How you just gonna say you don't make yours and then just throw them in at the end?
Hey, you remember when we was talking about the best, like, to make yourself a great basketball player? What was my criteria? Can y'all please tell me? Quiz time. What was it?
I don't remember. So go ahead, just say
it. One of them was so dumb. You said
entertainment. Entertainment, baby.
Nobody care about that.
AB had the entertainment, baby. He was flashy, you know. He made a big
thing. He was crazy. He wasn't flashy.
Well,
that's what he was.
He still, you know, he was interesting to watch. You know, there's never a dull moment with AB. So I'm gonna put him up there. I'm putting him on my 4th spot.
I'll put Marvin Harrison in over AB.
No, absolutely not.
I will.
I wouldn't.
How's that biased? Marvin Harrison? That's not biased.
He said I'm biased.
When I'm about him with AB and the entertainment thing.
Y'all can call that biased. I don't care. But
he just had funny touchdown dances. So that was, I mean, entertainment wise. Exactly. I mean, I put him in there just because, I mean, the numbers were there. Obviously, it wasn't as long, but that's the same as Calvin Johnson. But his numbers were there. The wins is there. He got 2 rings or one ring.
Who AB?
All right, we ain't doing this for receivers now, are we?
You can't do ring.
mean, it's on his resume at the end of the day. You can't take it off.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, that's why. I mean, I just think AB, and it's probably also because he terrorized the Ravens a lot, so I got to watch him more than a lot of people outside of Steelers fans. But
So your pick is also biased, is what you're saying?
I mean, I just got to watch him more I've watched him more than I watched other receivers in that generation.
Yes.
So it's biased.
All right, that's all I need to hear. Go ahead.
All right.
Finally, somebody else. Jeez.
That's fine. Call it what you want.
All right, Jamie, we didn't hear yours.
Hey, mine's the same as Jalen's.
Bandwagon. Bandwagon.
You want to see how I had it written down?
That's an easy pick.
It is.
Those are four easy ones.
Okay, if they're good, they're good.
Spice it up a little bit.
Heck, you can make an argument that you could put an argument for Larry over T.O., honestly.
You could, but
Larry over T.O., you could make an argument for that. Julio over T.O., you can make that argument, honestly.
You can't.
No.
You can't put Julio.
You can. You know you can.
if you could put AB up there, you can.
No, because AB was better than Julio. Y'all are the only fans.
That's arguable. It was always arguable.
It's
It was
arguable.
always arguable.
I don't
That's
think
because they played at the same time.
Y'all think it's just like he was like Pat Mahomes to Joe Burrow type? Like, nah, that's way closer.
Actually, you want to know what actually validates my statement for AB over Julio Jones is the fact that AB cannot play for 2 years or something like that, off and on for 2 years, come back and produce more, be more dominant than Julio Jones was. Julio Jones has been trash this past couple of years.
You're right.
Boo-boo.
You're right.
Boo-boo.
But I'm saying when they were both in their prime, they were right there with each other. That's all I was saying.
But we rating their careers right now, not no prime.
Add in the bad years too to that.
Yeah, AB's bad years were way better than Julio's bad years.
Julio, that 10-year stint in Atlanta, I don't think he had a bad year.
We talking about his bad
year touchdowns.
Yeah, but in Tennessee, he was boo boo.
He was hurt.
He was hurt.
His last couple of seasons in Atlanta,
AB was hurt. His foot. Remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, he said he burned his foot.
Oh my gosh.
with the ice or whatever.
That was when he was with the Raiders.
All right. For all of our basketball fans out there, let's hear your early reaction to the Beal CP3 trade. I have nothing to say.
I feel bad for CP3, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Something, Jamie. What you think?
Something.
What you think about it?
I mean, I saw it and I said, oh, and then knew y'all would go off, which you did. That's really that was my exact thought. I said, oh, and then y'all texted it. That's what I think. Oh, with a little side eye.
Oh.
All right.
That's my early reaction. Oh.
Tobias, I want to know what you think.
I don't.
You want to know what I think?
I don't know.
I'm gonna just say first off is I didn't even get the news because poor Tobias didn't have a phone for 4 days, so I didn't get
no other way of news to get from a computer or television. Like you couldn't see anything any other way.
Let me take your phone. Let's see where you get news at.
So you don't have a reaction. All right, Rick, what you think?
No, he has to have a reaction. When you heard it, what was the reaction?
I mean, my reaction was like, that's crazy. And then, I didn't really look into it too much because I was just busy.
That's crazy.
Literally, I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Dang.
But okay. I like it. I mean, the Beal in the Suns, I think that's a good fit. But I don't hate it at all. I don't. I feel bad for CP3. I do.
That's what I'm saying. I feel bad for the man.
Why?
Because he
been elite like that.
He didn't came up close so many times and just couldn't finish it.
He's had good teams.
It's been real unfortunate. He always gets hurt. In the playoffs, like how unlucky is that?
Stop playing in the regular season. He need to load manage.
He might, maybe he does, but ain't no reason to load manage now.
When I saw it, my first thought was that if they don't trade Ayton for some bench players and some defensive players, then they're not going to be good.
That's how I feel. They're not going to be good. I don't think they're winning anything.
Yeah. Also, I am losing more and more. KD is dropping more and more in my rankings, my all-time rankings. because even if he didn't ask for this trade, it's just like, dang, KD, like you played with so many stars now.
Thank you. Yeah.
And you have to, like, he has to win with this team. Like
it's probably not gonna happen.
He's
honestly.
jumped around. He's jumped around with very little success. That's why it's dropping for him.
It's like every situation, it may not be fully his fault, but he has to take accountability for some of this stuff. And it's like, if you only won with Steph, Clay, Draymond, and you have all these other superstars around you, these other teams, and you can't win without them, without that Warriors team, then it's just like,
looks bad.
It's like, come on, we gotta win something with all these superstars you got playing with you.
And I want to say he hasn't even made it to the finals without a super team, honestly.
So I mean, he's never been on a team that's not a super team.
That is true. Yeah,
no, you can't go back on it, but he was right there with the finals, like a total way. I know you can't really go back on that, but like, he was doing it kind of by himself. He had James, but Kyrie wasn't really there.
I like what Tyreek said. You can't put a whole game in one play. Tyreek said that. I think it was during football season. He said that.
But the fact of the matter is, like, he was right there. That's all I'm saying. You say he can't get to the finals without the Warriors. He was right there. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he got to the finals in OKC, but what are you talking about on the Nets?
Yeah.
I mean, that was still only the second round. I mean, I would have assumed he would have beat the Hawks, but by that time,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Harden and Kyrie would have both came back by then too. So, well, Harden was already back. He was just playing hurt. I think Kyrie was on his way back if they would have won that series.
Why was Kyrie out?
He was hurt.
He was hurt. Okay. I thought it was personal at first.
There you go.
Well, I ain't say nothing.
That was only one time or two times. I don't know.
It was like two big times.
All right,
Jalen, what you had to say?
This wasn't about KD, but to rebut Reek, it
was my reaction to the trade, and it was about KD.
I agree with you like 60%. I would say KD's real only time to actually make the final or go deep in the playoffs was that year that he had that 50-point outing against the Bucks when they lost in total line and stuff like that. But even then, he was by himself. I think the Nets thing was just like a disaster from a front office standpoint in terms of trusting that James Harden. That's before people actually knew that James Harden was out here quitting on teams. I feel like they only played like less than 20 games together. And then next year, I think KD only really had one bad playoffs. And that was when he got swept last year. I think
he didn't play that good this year either.
I mean, he averaged like
to KD's standards, he didn't play that good.
I mean, yeah, but they went up 2 on the final champions. And I don't think that they could have done anything without Chris Paul. Again, Chris Paul getting hurt, but that's not the subject. The subject is the Bradley Beal thing. I think that if, like you said, if they don't trade Ayton, I don't think Ayton needs to be there because I think he just needs a fresh reboot on his career. I think his time at Phoenix was just like kind of a dub. I think he just needs to go somewhere else. I think that they need to invest in defense for sure. I think they need to get a real guard, back to like the little sub thing we were talking about. They don't have a real facilitator, and they can get those things. Yeah, I think if they get
like a bench,
a true one, yes.
No. They got all 3 of them could bring the ball up the court. They don't need no more guards.
No,
they
can.
They need big men.
They need If they get they don't need any wings. They don't need no wings. If they can get a big like I don't even know who's out there. They've been throwing around the Miles Turner thing like left and right every single day. Like
they're not getting Miles Turner.
They're not gonna get Miles Turner. But if they get a Miles Turner caliber player, I think they would suffice with more people on the bench. I still think they're going to need a guard because they're not true point guards.
I mean, there aren't any true point guards in the league now at this point, anyway.
But there's more true point guards than Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, is what I'm saying.
I agree.
I think if they just fill out the roster and like kind of like how the Lakers did, if get sufficient players around your stars, I think they'll be fine. I don't necessarily think they're going to win championship, just off the trade, because I don't know how they're really going to fit for real, because their usage rate is like almost like at 100% just by the three of them. So it's gonna be kind of cool to see how they work out. But I do think back to the guard point, I think Devin Booker's gonna play that role more than Bradley Beal would. Because he was kind of running that offense when Chris Paul was hurt during the playoffs.
They don't have any
money. It'll
money.
be interesting to see.
They don't have any money for any other.
Yeah, they don't have any money. Like they need like 7 players on like $5 million contracts.
Right.
Minimum.
Yeah.
What?
I think it's good for TV though.
That's what matters. Okay. I would like Tobias to go first on this one so we can go ahead and get the BS out of the way.
Huh?
Let's rank y'all's top 5, or maybe our top 5. Is that what we're gonna do? Are we all doing individual, or are we all giving one?
I was gonna read the top 5 that this list has, and we're gonna have a discussion about it.
Okay, perfect. Let's do that.
Boo
top
bleacher
5 quarterbacks for this upcoming year NFL.
I bet y'all know who's not in it.
It's Sports Illustrated, by the way.
Boo Sports Illustrated.
Oh, is he really?
They're trash.
He might be.
At number 5, we got Justin Herbert. Come on. Why you make it worse?
What I tell you?
Please read the list. Please read the list before you start.
Be a believer.
Number 4, we got Jalen Hurts. Number 3, we got Josh Allen. Number 2, we got Joe Burrow. And number 1, we got Patrick Mahomes. How y'all feel about that?
Where's Lamar?
Lamar Jackson better.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson is number 7.
Ooh.
Lamar Jackson's better.
And Trevor Lawrence is number 6. Those are 2 outsiders.
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence better.
This is a prisoner of the moment and a casual list.
This is May of this year.
Like I said, prisoner of the moment and a casual list. That's exactly what this is. Don't believe a word y'all hearing What Now fans right now, because this is wrong. It's wrong.
All right, what would you switch
y'all want my list? All right, my list.
I didn't say your list. I said, what would you switch around?
Give your list. Let him
switch around. I don't know what I heard. Jalen Hurts and who's the other person? There was somebody else that there was Josh Allen. I heard that and I was like, okay. Josh Allen. Let's just say this right now. Josh Allen's is overrated. He's been overrated the past 3-4 years. Like Tyreek. I want my man Tyreek on this, and we focus on his highs more than his lows at this point. So I'm taking Josh Allen out of my top 5 right now. You know who I have my top 5 out of order? I got Mahomes. I've got Lamar. I think Lamar's gonna have a bounce back. I do. I think Lamar. I truly do think.
So wait, before you keep going, what is your list based off of? What do you mean think he's going to have a good year?
It's been off of what I think statistic wise, what I think they'll do this season. I think statistic wise, I think Lamar's going to have his best season since his MVP. I think he's got something to prove this season. I think he's going to take a step up.
Winning into consideration.
This is a projection.
No. For top 5 quarterbacks, I'm not taking winning. Sir, I'm taking top 5 quarterbacks. Top 5. You can be a top 5 quarterback and not have that successful team. You can. I truly do think that. Or not. No, I'm not saying not a successful team, but not the most winning team. Let's put that. Your team has to have some success because it's reflected. Quarterback play with team success. It's somewhat
Herbert going to throw for 10,000 yards and he's going to be like the best.
But listen to me. Because of that, listen to me here. Mahomes, Lamar. I'm gonna say Joe Burrow as well. Get this. I'm gonna go Justin Herbert. And y'all never gonna guess my 4th. Y'all gonna hate it.
5th.
Geno Smith. Yes.
Okay.
You're hearing this right. I think Geno showed last season that he can do more with less. And this team, I mean, they can't. I don't think they can get any worse at this point. And they had a young team last year.
Geno isn't even in this top 10.
I think Geno's gonna be in the top 5.
The Seahawks can get worse.
Geno had a phenomenal year. He did more with less. I think Geno's going to be a top 5 player. I think he's going to have the best season of his career. I do. You heard it here first.
Last season was the best season of his career.
Last season was the best season of his career. And with quarterbacks, it's different. It's not quarterbacks. It's not like running backs. You get worse with age. it's very possible you get better with age. You become more experienced, you make smarter decisions. I mean, his arm ain't gone. Like we saw that he still got the arm for it. He's fresher. I mean, you can make an argument that honestly, he's less beat up than all these old quarterbacks playing right now because he ain't played. So I think Geno, he's got that veteran experience. He's been around pretty good, enough coaches. He's been around enough players. He knows the game. I think he's going to have his best year of his career. Therefore, I think, like Jalen said, that play is going to transition to team success. So that's my hot take, I guess, of the day.
Yeah, it's a hot take. Hot take.
I do. I mean, do you so y'all don't even think Geno's going to be top 10? Y'all are saying
he might be, but on this list, he's not.
No, screw Sports Illustrated's list because they're not what now.
What kind of list do you have?
It's called What Now, baby? Original.
Well, I don't think that's everybody's list.
All right. I'll let y'all talk enough.
Yeah, please.
I just want to say I think Jalen Hurts is overrated. I think people put too much stock into one season where he got two probably top 10 wide receivers.
He was good the season before.
He was decent, but the defense is also really good. Like that team is probably the best team I believe it's the best team in the league. I think Jalen Hurts is good.
He got carried.
I think Jalen Hurts is. Let me.
If you're saying Jalen Hurts got carried, you're out of your mind. But go ahead.
I think Jalen Hurts is good. I just think he's overrated, and people putting him in top 10 or top 5 conversations after one perfect season against the NFC that's awful is
facts.
I think he needs to, because y'all know for me, I need to
play in the best division.
Huh?
Who?
Jalen Hurts.
No, he's not playing in the best division.
The NFC?
NFC East?
Are they not?
No.
That's the best division in NFC, is what he's saying.
The best division in NFC or all of the whole league?
NFC.
The whole league.
I mean, the NFC sucks. So, I mean, it's really all 4 of the teams in the NFC East probably can make the playoffs just because the NFC in general is awful.
The AFC South was maybe just as good as C East, honestly.
No, NFC East is better than AFC South. But
you need to be quiet.
You
bugging.
You the one that said they're the best division in the league.
He said NFC.
I literally did not
NFC.
say that.
Go ahead. That's what you wanted him to say.
Still, that's wild.
I think
that's not a flex.
I think the top 5 quarterbacks next year who's going to have the best seasons, in no order, is obviously Patrick Mahomes. I think Lamar, for all the reasons Tobias said. I think Trevor Lawrence will be up there. I think Joe Burrow will be up there, and I'm gonna say I think Derek Carr will be up there next season.
What?
I think Derek Carr getting out of Vegas.
It's a better take than Geno Smith.
For what reasons?
It's way better to take than Geno Smith.
For what reasons? Derek Carr didn't even have success with his last team.
You said the Seahawks can't get any worse.
Derek Carr literally got his spot taken last year. Oh no, he got fired. Derek Carr literally got fired last year. He got fired. So I don't know. I'm not saying that he made well, first of all, what are your reasons? I need to hear. I gave my little speech about Geno. Let me hear your reasons.
I was trying to until you started going on.
My bad player. Go ahead.
I just think that again, I think team success has a lot to do with how we rank quarterbacks. I don't think Derek Carr will be like MVP or nothing like that. I just think he'll have a above average season, which is probably, I think he'll have his best season because the Saints have a solid offense around them, which Vegas have never had at one. Vegas has had good players, but it's always been injuries, jail time, off the field stuff. Like the AB, for example.
Coaching as well.
Coaching. Yeah. And I think the Saints are good. And then plus the Saints have a good defense, so I think their team will be good. And then again, the NFC is not that good. And then the NFC South might be the worst division in football, to be honest.
You don't need to be on your life.
So no sorry guys.
Yeah. No reason.
So I think Derek Carr will have a top 5 season next year. In my opinion.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah. For me?
Yes.
What's that?
You said, why are we putting Jalen Hurts in the top 5 after one good season when Trevor Lawrence has had exactly one good season in the NFL, period?
I think Trevor Lawrence, because this next season is based off of potential. So I think Trevor Lawrence has done more with less.
I like
and
that.
Plus his division is awful. That might be the second worst division in football. And Trevor Lawrence actually got a playoff win last year against who they beat?
They beat the
Bills?
They beat the Chargers.
What was the Chargers? Oh yeah, because the 27-point comeback again, which is another thing that he did. So I think he has good potential for next year. That's just my opinion.
He did more with.
I've heard enough.
It's like Trevor Lawrence overachieved and Jalen Hurts did what he's supposed to do. And the thing with I want to go back to what
he did not do what he was supposed to do. He overachieved himself.
He overachieved, but I just
got carried. I think he kind of got carried. He did. He's surrounded by a fantastic team. That team is the best team in the NFL right now. You could put first of all, you remember when he got hurt? I think they lost that game, but still
yes,
they were producing the same amount they would have done with Jalen Hurts, with Gardner Minshew. They were.
They were not.
Yes, they were. Well, who was it? Was it against the Cowboys or something? Who was it against? It was like a back and forth game, and Gardner Minshew was balling. I mean, he was balling that game. So that just shows me, and then first off, the Eagles had a really good team, even with Nick Foles. I think the Eagles are just they're a pretty good organization. Let's say that they are. They're a really good organization. I don't think Jalen Hurts is carrying. I don't think he's carrying that team. He had a really good season because he's surrounded by a lot of success.
Had a
surrounded by good coaches.
Output,
and they had it, and also having a phenomenal defense makes your job 50 times easier as an NFL quarterback. You just gotta not make mistakes. Jalen Hurts didn't make mistakes. He didn't.
And that sounds of a good quarterback.
He's faulting him for good stuff.
So not making mistakes is a sign of good quarterback.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Garoppolo back in 2020, he didn't make mistakes. So he was a good quarterback at that point, or was he mid like y'all?
He was valuable. People wanted him.
No, y'all called him mid.
He always has playoff as a quarterback. Like take winning and losing out of it, he is mid, like talent wise. But
he didn't make mistakes. So.
He doesn't make mistakes, so that adds to his rating.
Okay, I like that you cleaned that up. All right, you said adds. Okay, I like that. It's all in here.
All right. Anyone have anything else to add before I get a little angry?
I'm going to
go ahead, Jamie. Yeah, go ahead.
Just real quick. Of course, Pat, Burrow. I'm throwing Lamar in there. I'm throwing. I'm going to put Trevor Lawrence in there. I want to see what he does with.
You're disagreeing with me.
I'm sorry. I'm putting Trevor Lawrence.
Bandwagon.
Say it. I convinced you. Say it.
You convinced me. No, I mess with Trevor Lawrence. But I don't
need my credit. It's okay.
You're not getting credit for saying that. But I think who's going to have a comeback year and be a top 5 quarterback? Russ.
Russ has less pieces around him than
I think
Carr
Russ
and
is
Geno.
going to have a comeback season next year, like I just said to you, sir.
That O line is pissed.
A year with I think Sean Payton is going to try to more mold the offense around Russ. I know nobody likes playing with him, but I think he's not going to keep going out like he's been going out. So I'm just going to put my boy out there like that.
I never understood why people don't like playing with Russ. Only negative thing I think about is the cornball. That's the only thing.
The problem
that's not.
And he separates himself from everybody.
He's one of those co-workers that you're like, you think too highly of yourself. He had an office in the stadium.
Yeah,
but most quarterbacks do that though. Most quarterbacks have an office. They get their own office, do their own place. Kenny Pickett.
But why did they put so much emphasis on it? Like when they had all the reports about it, that's what every reporter kept saying. He has an office set up. He has his own office away from the team.
It's the media, like you always say. It's the media.
It's one thing to have an office, and it's another thing to brag about having an office. I feel like he's one of those
Did he brag?
I know he tries to put on
he must have never been around a team or something.
That holy facade, but I think he's one of those arrogant people.
Wait, who was it that met? Was it no? It was was it Jamie or Tyree? One of y'all knew somebody from inside the Broncos organization that said it wasn't Russ was the problem. Am I correct? Y'all getting an inside scoop right now. Who was it?
I think it
was me.
So what was it? What was it?
One of the wide receivers' brother is my barber, and he said that everybody believed it was the offensive line and not Russell Wilson. That was the problem. Everybody on the offense.
So I think this is a media thing, and I don't know if I just don't get the Russ. I really don't get the Russ hate. I really don't. I get he's a corny, and you see him all these memes and stuff. I get that, but like the Russ hate is unnecessary. You really
take that in consideration though. Like that's just like that's.
I'm gonna say that I think Russell Wilson will probably seem like he's gonna have a comeback year because of how bad his year was last year.
Well, that's what I'm basing it off of.
I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be average at best, but because he was so bad last year, like the defense, I think gave up an average of like 13 points a game. So like that's two touchdowns. That's like touchdowns a game he has to score, and they could have went undefeated.
So who in everybody's list is carrying their team really?
Who is what?
Who in everybody's list is really carrying their team?
And are like the list we just listed?
Yeah, like all the quarterbacks we named, like who's really carrying their team?
I'd say Pat. Yeah, Pat definitely.
I mean, I don't think football is hard to say you carrying the team in general because it's so many people have to do so many things correctly. Like obviously the quarterback has the most effect on the team, but it's like you're never gonna be able to just fully carry the team because like say Patrick Mahomes, if their defense was awful and like they was giving up 50 points a game, Patrick Mahomes is putting up 49 points a game. It's like, and it's just I think it's hard to say one person can carry a team.
Wasn't that his first or second Super Bowl that the defense was actually like that? I think, or was it? Yeah, it was one of his like first few years where that offense was just highly powered and that defense was terrible. I mean, they were terrible.
And it was the first Super Bowl
that they won. The first Super Bowl they went to, and that was exactly that.
Alrighty. Shall we move along to Malin's UGA quick hitters?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's pull it up. Jamie, do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
I can do it.
Okay. You know what? Thank God I haven't pulled it up, so thank you.
Pull up their schedule.
But I gotta hear this.
Malin, do you have while she does that, do you have a good feeling about next year? Like just in general?
I have a solid feeling. I feel like how I felt before last season. Like we're gonna do good, but I didn't expect us to make the playoffs again last year at the beginning of the season. Once the game started rolling, yeah, because I was like, we got that championship. All those players off the defense left that first year, so I felt like it was gonna be a little different.
Y'all,
but now two of them, two back to back. I think we got. Honestly, I think we can win the SEC East, but that's about as far as we can go. That's what I feel.
Y'all's offense really shocked me this year. I think it shocked everybody this year.
Shocked me.
At what point do you start considering, like, how many championships in a row do they have to win to start considering them a dynasty?
I think even if we lost this year and we went back next year and won it, that would still consider us nice. So I just think we need one more in the next 3 to 4 years.
No, not 3 to 4.
You need 3 or 5. 3 or 5.
All right, so if we went 2 in a row and then we don't win another one for 3 years and then win another one.
No.
I say if you get 3 and 4, then you can start talking about it. But not 3 and 5.
3 and 5 is a dynasty.
Well, it depends on when they happen.
You're right. All right, so as long as we don't go 3 straight years without one, I guess.
Okay.
But it depends on how far we make it. If we make it to the championship game and just lose, I still think that counts as a dynasty because we won 2 and we went to another one.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
All right, are we ready? Week 1.
W.
Can I finish? In Athens, Georgia.
Who they face?
UT Martin.
W. Don't make that face.
Ball State in Athens, Georgia.
W.
Week 3, South Carolina in Athens, Georgia.
W. Oh, we eating that up.
Week 4, UAB in Athens, Georgia.
Oh my, but feast.
Stop, Brady.
4-0. 4-0.
Week 5, at Auburn.
W. We ain't losing to them. They don't have anybody.
Week 6, Kentucky in Athens.
W. Beating them.
7, Vandy in Nashville.
Oh my, come on now, y'all.
That's not even a W. I don't know what that is. An X?
Double
Y?
W.
That's something else.
Week 8, Florida, Georgia.
You're trying to be humble, but go ahead and say it. He's not here. You can say it.
Wait, who? Yeah, W. I don't
It's
know
a
who that
W,
quarterback
man.
is.
That's a W. That's
You
a
know
W.
that's
I
a
don't know
W.
that quarterback
That's a
is.
W.
You know that's a W.
9,
Yeah.
Week 9, Missouri in Athens.
Ooh, W. Even though they gave us a run for money this past season.
Week 10, Ole Miss in Athens.
You have to do
W.
that.
Week
I think
11,
I might be going to that game actually.
Tennessee in Tennessee.
L.
You just trying to give yourself an L.
No, I'm gonna give us
that's
an L
ridiculous.
in Tennessee.
Joe
In Tennessee.
Joe Milton is overrated. That's all I'm gonna say.
You just mad because he don't play for y'all anymore.
No, I don't. I'm glad he left. He played like
arm in the
trash
country.
with us. I'm glad he's gone. He's the reason why we went 2-9.
He's probably got the best arm in the country.
For the final week, Georgia Tech.
W.
L.
I just want to
Home
say,
of the engineers.
y'all have
They better engineer some better ways to play.
Y'all got the easiest schedule out of any top 5 team I've ever seen.
Is it in Georgia?
Oh, like I'm not gonna lie, this schedule is probably the easiest one we had in years.
Yeah.
Especially it's when we bring in a new
Georgia
quarterback. It's in Athens or Atlanta?
Nah, it's in Atlanta. Let's go to that game.
That's gonna be a cheap one too, boy.
Hey, we might. Hey, I'll go.
That'd be a cheap. Yeah, gotta gonna be a cheap game. And in for Tech, that may be Tech's most expensive game, but it's still gonna be a cheap game.
I don't know, but all right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
We already got our hot take.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I just said we already had our hot take.
Oh,
really?
Actually, I had another hot take. I heard.
Hold on. I want to respond to this schedule.
Okay, yeah, please.
I feel like I feel like Georgia will probably go undefeated this year, and their only loss would if they was to lose one would come into the SEC championship, depending on who they play.
Probably Bama.
I was gonna say LSU.
They do have, I think, the only good returning quarterback in the whole conference.
Yeah, I think LSU be back there.
Yeah, like if they were to lose one of their regular season games, I could see like something kind of dumb, like Mississippi or something like that. Not a sorry team, but a team that y'all should beat. It'd be like a Mississippi. I think y'all beat Tennessee because you'll show up for that game.
Yo, Malin is crazy, bro.
All right.
You're crazy, dog.
Let's hear your other hot take.
I think it's.
I didn't think nobody saw that.
You're crazy, dog.
I didn't even see it.
Y'all had to be paying attention, bro.
Hey, he caught that one. He caught me on that one.
On the nose, Tobias.
Oh, okay. I think it's a wrong take, but the hot take is that he thinks one of my coworkers thinks that Michael Vick is the most talented NFL quarterback to ever play the game.
All right, we'll close the computer.
I just want to see our reactions. That's really all.
I would like to.
This was 15 years ago, maybe.
Like, what does he mean by that?
Really give it basic. He said it really, especially if you take if you take like his mentality, I guess, like the experience and the IQ he had when he played the Eagles, combined with his athleticism when he played with the Falcons. He said that's the most talented quarterback to ever play a game.
I think this goes back to the hooper versus the basketball player discussion. Like if we're talking about like a real deal gamer, like you hike the ball and we need you to do something, I think he's up there. No, Patrick Mahomes is godly.
That was my argument.
Patrick Mahomes is godly. Like he has an argument. I think he's probably like top 5, like as far as like everything. Like he can really do everything. Like he's gonna make a play for you.
He like LeBron.
Yeah, I think I might put Lamar up there. I think Lamar's a
what?
passer. And
you just compare Michael Vick to LeBron James?
No, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, my bad.
But like Patrick Mahomes can get out the pocket. He can make any throw. Like, he can really
any part of the field. He can make that throw. He can hit you from the opposite hash to the opposite numbers. He can hit it from anywhere.
The thing that Vic had though, he was so explosive and he had a cannon. Like he could launch that ball, bro.
But
I think Lamar has a better arm than him. I think obviously he runs better and he's more efficient at running. So I would probably put Lamar above him if that's what we're talking about, like running quarterbacks traditionally. But
Lamar's more precise than him,
really
definitely.
A bad take, but like Patrick Mahomes exists.
Yeah, but he was like that was it. Like he wouldn't budge on anything. He said no, that's it. I was like, that was a debate.
Is he a Falcons fan?
No, he's not. I don't know what fan he is, but he said he's not. He actually he likes to mock the Falcons. He has a picture of when the Falcons went up at like halftime to like the last touchdown they scored in that Super Bowl, and like they had a picture like the fans in the bar like hand clapping or high fiving. I'm tripping. He has a picture of that on his desk to like show people every now and then.
So you don't know what team he's a fan of?
No, I don't, but yeah.
So he's a casual fan. He's not a real fan. Like I said, I think you gotta if people around you don't know who you like, you ain't a real fan of a certain team. So if you ask him tomorrow and he say like the Vikings or something, he ain't a real fan.
The Vikings or something.
No, Vikings.
Follow up.
But
what was that?
Said ask him. We need a follow up.
Yeah, and ask him what he means by talented.
I told him that I was gonna use this for the podcast today. He was like, "Do it. Just give me my royalty."
Get the little roast.
Or tell him to comment.
Tell him to sponsor somebody.
He get paid. I'm about to say he can pay the same amount as me. I don't sponsor anybody.
You saying you broke?
Who?
That's what you were saying.
You saying you're a broke boy?
You ain't broke, but are you gonna spend it on this at this point?
Wait, what?
How much? We ain't talking about it.
All right, then y'all gonna do it then? Oh, so what I'm hearing is that everybody here is it gonna sponsor this?
We're not talking about
I can get a little 50 cents or something. Dang,
yeah, you know it ain't nothing.
No, God, Jamie,
Jalen's
go ahead.
Sponsored already.
So
it's the other side, Jalen.
Big take. How do y'all last call on that?
It's right here. That's weird.
Yeah. What was the question?
Vic's take. How was y'all's last reaction to that?
Yeah, I would like to know more. I would like to know more about his take before I give a response to it. But in my terms of, you said he's talented, right?
Mm-hmm. He's the most talented.
In my opinion of talented, I would agree that Mahomes is probably the most talented in history.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah. All right. Well,
he throws it midair. Like his body is completely horizontal.
Like they had to put that in the video game. Like who else? Like there was nobody else done that.
It's like with the flick of the wrist too.
That's dumb though. That's why I haven't bought.
Jamie, do you have a scripture ready?
It's 2013.
Random one.
Is that a Bible in your head?
We sorry, Jamie. We holding you up.
Jamie Cathcart. Carhartt.
No.
I love Carhartt.
It did kind of look like that when she flashed it. Carhartt.
All right. We'll take our scripture from the day so we get Jamie off of here. This comes from Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. It says, now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. So walk by faith, not by sight, my brother, my sister. Don't go by what the enemies try to portray in front of you. Focus on what God's word says about you, what he said about you. He said that he's keeping you in mind. He has good thoughts concerning you, not thoughts of evil, thoughts to give you an expected end, my brother. So,
did you follow that scripture over the weekend, Tobias?
Hey, listen. Hey, y'all pray for me because this weekend was rough, boy. Woo.
But you got through it. And look where you at.
Exactly.
Still shining, still grinding.
So, hey, if we can make through the week, y'all can too. So make sure y'all have a fantastic, blessed week. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you comment. And make sure, again, we'll show the information in the sponsorships. If you want to sponsor, if you have a business, heck, maybe you even want to, sponsor us just by yourself.
Donate.
You're taking the bronze. You're taking donations. We have the bronze sponsorship, the silver sponsorship. And if you want your own banner, you want your own ad, you want even us to announce it, your product or whatever, you want us to wear a shirt or something, the gold sponsorships for you.
So send the merch my way.
Exactly. Yes, we'll all wear it.
Send
them my way. Yeah, send it my way too. Honestly, yeah.
You're right, and that it need to stay that way. Never mind. Don't send me nothing.
Remember, the more sponsorships we get, the more viewership and more screen time for your product. So, till next week, we'll see y'all. Have a blessed week. Peace.